This is going to be a close one, and I can't wait to get into it.
And welcome to Day 2 of the National Duels Invitational presented by Paycom. We're live inside the BOK Center and ready for the next chapter in wrestling's greatest rivalry, the Iowa Hawkeyes versus the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Fireworks at the gate.
Fireworks at the gate. Obviously, Spratley is the runner-up from last year, All-American. Peterson has been a three-time qualifier.
Dean Peterson, a guy with wins over Luke Lillidahl. He beat Richard Figueroa, national champion, who's now at Oklahoma State. But this is a huge test, and now you see the fakes getting going for Troy Spratley as he fires that left-handed single leg. And now trying to take him over with the over-under now. Seatbelt position here for Troy Spratley.
See if Spratley brings up and locks his hands, or is he going to try to get both legs behind that knee? But Peterson is in pretty good position right here.
Now switches to that single, improving his position now is Troy Spratley. Going to try to get above that knee, fighting hands well is Dean Peterson, preventing him from working up. But now, as I say, that shelf on the far hip for Spratley. His single leg is in good position. He cuts it back, catches the far foot. Should be three it is. Spratley strikes first.
Strikes first, and good technique. Obviously, to your point that you talked about earlier, Christian, Peterson was doing a good job of fighting those hands, but Spratley took his time, climbed that rope, got above the knee, was able to free that hand and get long and go reach to that far ankle to get that first three-point takedown.
Methodical finish, and that's how it's got to be against these elite guys, and that's exactly what Troy did. So early takedown for Spratley. We'll see how committed he is to the ride. Goes deep in that thigh there and looks to drive out of bounds right into his coaches.
Yep. What's up? How you doing, boys?
There you see Coach Taylor, 2020 Olympic champion, 86 kilograms in his second year for the Cowboys, as Spratley runs him right out of bounds. And we wondered if he was going to commit to the ride. He's got a lot of commitment right now.
Yeah, no doubt.
Chain wrestle, multi-movement. Stay committed here. Stay committed.
Fighting those hands, 41 to go.
That's a good position for Peterson. Now
Yes,
here comes the count. You folks watching this on TV, he's got 5 seconds.
Big move, 2, potentially near fall.
Nope, he called nothing there. They're gonna throw that brick. They're gonna look
Gotta
at
be
it.
some points.
Yep.
Big throw from
Big
Tom
throw.
Brands. I don't know if we got a camera on that, but they're going to take a look. This is not independent review.
No.
The officials are looking, so that's why Coach Terry Brands went and got the brick. It's still theirs.
Yes.
Because the officials said, hey, we're going to take a look at it.
So they threw the reversal. So here, like I said, it's either the reversal's there, right? Now the question is whether swipes or not, right? And I think there was at least, if there were swipes, they're looking for 2.
Spratley was running his feet, and then kind of almost like a Dylan Ness gator bacon position, that high flyer.
Well, and you saw Peterson still had his foot in, obviously. That was why. You know, they weren't completely off the mat. He still had his foot in bounds. So, like I said, it's either going to stay 3-2 or it's going to be 4-3 for Peterson.
And so what was looking like a perfect first period, plans can change quickly.
Quick, right? And that's what makes these duels so crucial, and every situation matters.
You've got 2 reversal, no near fall.
Okay. So
Now, here's the thing. Tom's considering throwing it. They get only one brick. So this is it.
So this is an independent review here.
It's a huge risk for Tom to use a brick here on a call that was already reviewed. There's still 9 matches to go after this one. And if Iowa loses their challenge brick in the very first match, it could come back to bite them later. That being said, if they win the challenge and Peterson gets back points, it'll be a huge momentum shift.
And Tom
said so.
Here we go.
Okay.
On his back, that's 2.
There's the 2. Well, here's the question. So did they go all the way out? Out. Unless his foot is on that.
Or is he hovering
if he's
over
hovering over it. But look.
It might be. I think he's still in. And it doesn't have to be in. It has to be over the cylinder.
I think they're going to just stick with what they call it. I love it, man. This is awesome. We get to sit here and just enjoy it, Piles.
The call on the mat is upheld.
So 2 reversal, no near fall.
The call on the mat stands and Iowa loses their challenge brick. So we'll see if that comes into play later. But that shouldn't overshadow the fact that Dean Peterson was able to secure a late reversal to pull himself right back into this match.
And now up and moving right away, Troy Spratley, but committing to this right. He's good with his Navy. He goes Navy, and he can hit a cradle from that position.
Yeah, he did that last year at NCAAs, if I'm not mistaken.
That's how he pinned Richie.
Pinned Figs, yep. And he's going right back to it.
It's a good ride for him. 7 seconds, poised for a big ride out here. Could get that full allotment for that reversal. And what a response from Dean Peterson.
Nice period there. Yep. Peterson found a way to get himself right back in this match.
Hey, take it off him! All the way! All the way!
Peterson lines up on that right side. Quickly up to his feet now, and Spratley escapes.
Period 2 ends with no additional points after Spratley's escape, but he does manage to wrestle Dean to the edge and get a stall call.
You and I talked about that finger fight a little bit.
Yeah, it's all the rage right now.
It's all the rage.
Stall warning against Dean Peterson.
Then Spratley manages to get in on a late shot, and it looks like he might be starting to shift the momentum back in his favor.
There was that single. I was getting ready to talk about that. He's going to cut him back there. Oh, here we come with Jonesy.
As the third period starts, Tom Brands yells to Dean that they need to go neutral.
Hey, I'm going full time. He's got 52 riding time. We got to score a takedown.
And then Terry does the funniest thing ever and tries to make Troy Spratley flinch.
You blinked!
I didn't catch it on camera, but according to Terry, he did blink.
You blinked!
And Terry may have even gotten in his head because immediately Dean starts to horse Spratley.
Head coach of the Iowa Hawkeyes. And a shot into it. That should be a stall.
Yeah, that'll be.
Oh my. Yeah, that's.
I mean,
What's good for the goose, got to be good for the gander. You would say, hey, Dean drove him out of bounds.
yeah.
Worked him out of bounds, similar to how Spratley
did him, and right on the Iowa sideline too. Yeah. And this is still anybody's match. Peterson gets a late takedown.
As the clock ticks down, you start to feel Iowa fans' hopes start to dissipate. Dean Peterson has yet to find himself close to a takedown in this match.
But Spratley circling him away. He has not been warned. He can afford to evade.
They'll get him. Well, yeah.
And they got to hit him there. So that's the first warning, though. So it's going to take 2 more warnings
take 2
to
more
tie
of
it.
those.
So for Dean Peterson, you can't be thinking get some warnings. You got to think score.
That's what he just did right there. He's got to start sprinting now.
Tight collar here for Dean Peterson on the edge. 20 seconds to go. He's going to shoot him off the mat out of bounds.
Good wrestling there.
With 15 seconds left, Spratley's able to counterattack and get in on Dean's leg. Now it looks like the match is over, and Oklahoma State is going to kick this duel off with a win.
13 seconds to go.
But then,
get this finish, extending the lead. Look at her run around. It's 3.
Dean Peterson pulls an absolute rabbit out of his hat. With short time and on the edge, he somehow manages to secure the winning takedown. This is huge for the duel, and everyone knows it.
Yeah,
At the end.
Dean Peterson and the Hawkeyes strike first.
Yep. Spratley was in control, lost that ankle just a little bit, and Peterson was able to circle around and get that 3-point takedown for the victory for the Hawkeyes.
I feel f***ing great. Well, you know, I live for this. Tight-ass duel, national finalist. We're going for that win, baby. Let's go.